What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And today, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you from the early access event. Thank you to Wizards for inviting me. I have 24 hours with this God account where I essentially have unlimited resources so that I can best showcase the cards from March of the Machine, which will be hitting Arena on April 18th. My plan is to record as many of these like shorter formats, little mini brews, so that I can show off as much as I can of the new mechanics and things before April 18th. So I've got some content lined up for the next few days. So please bear with me while I kind of rush through things. They're obviously all very early version 1s. And without further ado, let's jump into the first of today's brews. I'm going to be looking at Incubator. I've got two versions over here, going slightly different ways with them. Let's jump into version 1 first, and then we may switch things up a little bit further down the line. So version 1, all over the place with the curve, as you can see, but I'm still just kind of testing things out. So we've got a full playset of the Progenitor Exarch as the top of the curve, because it can be played on turn 1, even though it's got those scary 2X's. It actually makes a great 1-drop because it has this activated ability where you can tap it and transform an incubator token. So these incubator tokens are new type of token that is dual-faced. They have an incubate number. In this case, it will be incubate 3, and that means it'll enter the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it, and when it transforms, then it's a 3/3, and that so on and so forth. So play this out on turn 1, and then follow it up with something that makes an incubator token, like Norn's Inquisitor. Great, because then your Exarch no longer has summoning sickness. You can tap it and straight away activate the incubator token from the Inquisitor. But then later in the game, you top deck one of these, you're pretty happy. You just dump all your mana into it and make a bunch of these Incubator 3 tokens, where X is 3 times the amount. So it can be pretty nice. I've top decked this in like one of those weird stalemates game, turn 6 onwards. You get 3 incubate 3 tokens. Not too shabby, Nige. So on to the 2-drops, of which there are many. We've got a full playset of Norn's Inquisitor. I think this has to go in the deck. It's just so nice. It's a 1/1 that incubates 2 when it ETBs. But then, whenever a permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, which these little incubators are, it enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, or you just put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this would become a 3/3, and so on and so forth, which is really, really nice. Then we've got a full playset of Sculpted's Hive. I just wanted some sacrificial fodder for various things, which we'll get to. But that's really the main reason. It's an alternate win con. Never say never. You might be able to, get in with the toxic damage a bunch of times and win that way. But really, it's in here so that you can sacrifice these little mites to various things. Thing number 1, Invasion of New Capenna. Just beg your pardon. The wife. Invasion of New Capenna, one of the new battles, so we also get to showcase this. They have these defense counters, so it'll enter the battlefield with 4 defense counters, and then when it ETBs, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. When you do, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls. So it's kind of like a Rite of Oblivion, not quite as good, because Rite of Oblivion is any non-land non-land permanent, but still, exiling creature, pretty nice. All you did was get rid of a little hive might guy, and then you get this added upside that if you can attack the Invasion of New Capenna down for 4 damage, you get the Holy Frazzle Cannon. The coolest card name in the set. It's a equipment that says that whenever the creature attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and all the other creatures that share the creature type. Since we're just going to have Phyrexians, you can see that that's a pretty cool thing to have in a tribal deck. So, gonna definitely be trying this out in other brews. I cannot wait. It's supremely janky, but it's just nice that it's a counter spell that can also, you know, eventually be a pretty crazy equipment. I've had it go off in testing, so I hope to showcase it today. Then we've got couple of Go for the Throats, couple of Sheoldred's Edicts for some removal, but the greatest new addition is Grafted Butcher. Ridiculous card. Like, oh my goodness, these lords, they tend to be 2-mana 2/2s. That's been the case around the last sort of cycle of them, with some upside. This one's upside is, when it ETBs, all your Phyrexians gain Menace until end of turn. There's some turns that you can line up with this and Elesh Norn that is just ridiculous. I'll get to that in a moment. But just in general, like giving all your Phyrexians Menace when it ETBs is just ridiculous. And, of course, the +1/+1. Wow. But then if it dies, you can keep returning it. You just sacrifice an artifact or creature, return it to the battlefield. So, you know, just very sticky, difficult to permanently get rid of. Anthem effect, which also gives your dudes Menace that turns at ETBs. Insane. Then in the 3-drop slot, we got a full playset of the Bloated Processor. When it dies, it becomes an incubator token of the size of its power, and you can use it as a sack outlet for your Phyrexians. I love this card in against the sweeper, you know? You got a bunch of little Phyrexians out, some mites, whatever the case might be. The opponent hits you with the depopulate. You sacrifice all of them at instant speed to the Bloated Processor. It becomes huge. Then the sweeper hits. You get left with this massive incubator token. Now it's your turn. You untap, play 2, transform the incubator token, swing for whatever. You know, just really nice way to like keep on coming after a sweeper. I've been loving it. Yeah. Mono black Phyrexians. I have some ideas. Stay tuned. But the real reason to be playing Orzhov, you know, is because I wanted to play Elesh Norn. There's one in each color of this Praetor cycle that are sagas on their backsides. They all have ways in which we can, you know, flip them. And Elesh Norn seems to be one of the easier ones. I think if you built the deck, especially around it, I mean, we've got the little Scroll of Mites. We just need to sacrifice 3 creatures and pay 3. It's not unobtainable. So far, from what I've seen, Urabrask seems to be the easiest to flip, but Elesh Norn ain't too difficult either. And then, okay, first of all, the front side. Vigilance, nice. 5 Toughness, nice. Static ability. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to a permanent you control, that source's controller needs to pay 2 life unless they pay 1. You can block the opponent in these weird situations where, like, they need a block, but they don't have mana open, so that if they do block, they can't, you know, your permanents are now receiving they're being dealt damage to. Now the opponent needs to pay 1 for each instance of that damage. Otherwise they lose 2 life. They may not have the mana or the life to pay. Boom. Just that is ridiculous. But now listen to this backside, okay? First thing it does is it incubates 2 5 times and then transforms all incubator tokens you control. So you may have like stacked some up over the game that are just sort of sitting there. The moment you flip into the Argent Etchings, they all get transformed. The second chapter, and this is where I was talking with Grafted Butcher, okay? Now all of these incubator tokens that are huge gain +1/+1 and double strike until end of turn. What? Then you play your Grafted Butcher. Now they've also all got Menace. Just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But it doesn't end there. The final chapter says that you destroy all permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. So if your opponent somehow manages to survive all of this nonsense, and maybe they have the sweeper for your tokens, whatever, at least you sweep them back and you're still left with your Elesh Norn, you know? Ridiculous. Ridiculous, ridiculous card. So hopefully we get to do it at least once tonight. Today, I keep forgetting it's the daytime. I usually record at night. But it doesn't end there. We get 2 copies of Pylon. You know, we may have a bunch of these little tokens that we can tap to reduce the cost with the Convoke mechanic. And then you can destroy creature or planeswalker, and you get the Surveil too. Pretty nice. Just testing that out. And then we've got Sculpted Perfection as a second Anthem effect. Gives all your Phyrexians +1/+1, and when it ETBs, Incubate 2. As far as the mana base goes, nothing new for Orzhov, so we just got a lot of the usual stuff, and just a couple of Mirrexes here, just to make some more little Phyrexians. Let's jump into some games. See if we can still bump into some other content creators. I believe a lot of them are at a big Commander event, so no... you know, no CGB, no Jim Davis. A bunch of them are unfortunately unable to record or stream during early access because they're at this paper tournament. I'll probably be queuing into mostly Southeast Asians, Australians, maybe some, you know, Europeans that are still up or waking up early. By the way, the artwork so far, all of these loading screens, all the new stuff from Mom, March of the Machine, Chef's Kiss, Amazeballs. Oh, my good friend from Twitter, Hollywood Pizza, runner of amazing tournaments. Highly recommend you go give him a follow. Fantastic member of the community. Super happy to play against him. I hope I win though. The pressure's on. Okay, now we've got... Potentially we can, you know, use the Hive token. Okay. It's just going to be a Fable again. Yes. It doth appeareth so. So we can definitely Sheoldred's Edict that. Token. Let's see if he's reanimating things. There's some crazy new stuff to reanimate. Oh my goodness, there's this crazy dragon thing. Freaking 7/7. Yada yada yada. Probably runs into a counterspell. Nice. Now, every time a Phyrexian enters the battlefield, we incubate 2. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, we getting mind spliced over here, people. That's pretty scary. Was not expecting mind splicing Grixis, honestly. But that's pretty cool. Now I can put oil counters from the facade onto the mind splice. We need 1 more mana. No, 2 more mana. To insta-flip Elesh Norn. Ideally, I would like to have an additional mana to play Norn and flip an incubator token, dude, thing. Before this game completely slips away from us, we need to do the, you know, the sweeper part of the Argent Etchings. What might save us here, but it's not looking great, I must say. Yes. Can cast big spell. Ooh. I had a feeling it would be big score. Somehow I just knew. Incubate 2. That's pretty nice, you gotta admit. Okay, I mean we're playing a Norn out and swinging, like straight up just swinging. But got a sneaking suspicion, maybe Syncopate on the cheap thanks to the apparatus. Could be the go here. Womp womp. Something like that. Do you want to block? What else have you got up your sleeve? Okay. So now he can block there. Okay, we get to flip. Flippy dippy. Split licky. Holy frazzle cannon. In the house. Now, broken things happen. But there's no white mana, so no white sun. Seems like he's trying to use this Mind Splice for something different. I just wish I knew what. Ya, Lepo. Ya, but aku masih anu. Yeah, we're doing things. Now you just can't have a thing that gets rid of Elesh Norn. I unfortunately have the sneaking suspicion that he will, but... Whew! Insta flip on the table. Yeah, I mean, we gotta try it. I was thinking of trying to attack first. Yeah, let's attack first. Because then we get to keep our lord. No, please don't kill it. Oh. 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 Hello. Oh. We just need some luck now. Double strike. I guess. Oh, okay. He's saying I've got it. The top deck. On camera. Let's go. Double strike, menace. +1/+1. Nice. Oh, baby! Yes! Thank you, Hollywood Pizza, for the match. Like I said, guys, go give him a follow on Twitter, on everywhere. What a member of the community. He's doing these free events. He does Explorer Standard. I've played in many of them. Unfortunately, with my time zone, it's very difficult right now, but very well organized. Hey, things happened. Things happened in game 1 that are making me pretty happy. I think we can go with one more match and then call it a day. Maybe I should, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Since these are going to be shorter videos, I don't want to go over like 25 minutes, half an hour at the most, because I want to get to the next brew. I will just quickly switch to the second version, which I've actually don't know. I'm leaning. Which one am I leaning more towards? Where is it? Here. No, sorry. This is the one we just watched. Yes. Version 2 makes use of these interesting enchantments. So a lot of the same stuff. I don't need to go over everything. We've got the Janitor, the Norn, the Butcher, the Bloated Processor, the Elesh Norn. These are staples, I think, if you want to be playing this type of thing. But the new additions are the Phyrexian Awakening. Gives all your Phyrexians vigilance. And you incubate 4. It's a really big incubator token. So just amazing one to play on turn 3 and then just flip up with the Exarch. Then we instead of going with just 2 of the Sculpted Perfection that we had in the previous version, we're going all in on this. So enchantments, making incubator, like trying to go more into the incubator thing, and then you know, flipping Elesh Norn and doing the rest of the usual stuff. And this time I'm going full on with the pylons. Because of the vigilance, you can swing in with your incubator token dudes, your Phyrexians, and then use them to cast pylon. So I've tried to go with the 4 of and see if this sort of light removal approach. Like I said, these are all very early version ones of decks that will take some refining. Once we're into, you know, proper you know, the sets on Arena and everyone's developing the meta, then I'll be putting out better Ooh! Oh my god, sorry, I got speechless. This is like one of my heroes, MTGA. This is the first time I've ever played against him. An absolute freaking legend. Like, guys, go follow MTGA as well. If you don't even know who he is, like, what are you doing? Are you even part of the community? Ah, my goodness. What a privilege. Really, really nice chap. Like, I guess he's doing similar things. Yes. Okay, we need a 3rd land. We need that 3rd land. Oof. All right. Well. Come on, give me that 3rd land, baby. Most of the times, Mardu. Mardu. Sick, man. And there we go. Better late than never. So, do we kill the Annex Sentry? I think no. I think we're just incubating 4 and Skibloink. Now I just really want another land. Otherwise we may go for the pylon. Okay, we're definitely going for... I'll draw it. Okay. Let's get the Surveil. I think that's pretty damn fantastic, if you ask me. Chumpy chumpy. Yeah, that's a lot of mana. The cleric might be good here. Might not be such a bad idea. Whoop. Okay. Bear with me here while I do some shenaniganing. Let's exile you, quite frankly. Guess we get back the Frazzle Cannon, baby. It's Frazzle Cannon time, baby. Now we got another land. We can play Bloated Processor. Bloated Processor. Equip Frazzle Cannon. Swing. Although that is pretty nasty. Going for a bit of a weird, like, combo nation brew, Mr. SB. By the way, his name's Dev. Wow, we got the Frazzle Cannon going and everything. I couldn't be happier. Now we just... Oh, this is a Phyrexian too. Doi! I guess he swings with the Gorger. Gain some life. I don't know if he's maybe too scared to do so, yeah. Yeah, next turn we can play the second Inquisitor and flip the token we just made now. Wowza. Ain't that a doozy. Now he gets some of his own little incubators. Chump blocky, chump blocky. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, we've got big old processor here. Skrelv? Nah, can't be Skrelv. Gotta be Flesh Gorger. No, he actually gonna go for the, because then he can play it. That's pretty decent. Yeah. Okay. Nice. The triple chomp. Okay, wait. So if I sack some dudes, will I get big enough? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. So we get rid of these two. Surely. Monster incubator token. Got rid of the Gorger again. Okay. Also Phyrexian. You can do the thing. Sack something and bring back the Butcher. Probably sack the Dragon Engine so you can use it for card draw next turn. Pretty nice. But will that leave him too open to my 8-8 incoming 8-8-9-9 Vigilance? Gonna swing and become a 10. Yeah, I think just it'd be nice to draw something other than a land though. No. Oh yes, sorry, I forgot. I think that should just kind of do it, right? Oh. Frazzle Cannon, everybody. Taking down one of my all-time favorites, like 2 in a row. We got Pizza Slice, and Strictly Better MTG. Go follow them, guys, please. And, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that one. We managed to get 2 wins. We even managed to flip an Elesh Norn. The Frazzle Dazzle gun came into play. I mean, I couldn't be happier than that. So we'll just quickly jump back into the final one that we just played with my thoughts and, you know, overall review of the mechanic. Oh no, this is the one we played last. Like you could see, I don't know. I mean, it's early access, so like people are skimping on some removal and things. That everyone's trying to do funny new stuff, so you can get away with running these weird lists like this and still like win as you saw. But I think maybe the version with the enchantments here, the final one that I played, will be the one that I upload to the to the channel and put in the description below for you guys to enjoy as soon as the set drops. This is the one I've been enjoying the most. So nothing else that I'd like to add. Can't wait to see how something like this holds up once everybody gets to play with the cards. We'll definitely refine down and figure out a better way to line up with our removal and things. But Misa rather happy. All right, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.